Have you been taking vitamins every morning, just like your doctor or your friends told you to? If you're over 60 and your legs have been feeling weak, shaky, or tingling lately, then there's something important you need to hear, because some of the vitamins you're swallowing each day may not be helping your body at all. In fact, they might be silently destroying your leg strength. Yes, you heard that right. Something that's supposed to keep you healthy might be making your muscles disappear faster. And I'm not just talking about pills that are fake or expired. Even the most common vitamins, the ones sitting in your cabinet right now, can interfere with your body's ability to absorb nutrients, retain calcium, or maintain nerve health. I've had patients come to me frustrated and scared because despite eating right and exercising, their legs feel weaker with each passing month. They're afraid of falling, of losing their independence, of relying on a walker, or worse, a wheelchair. And every time we run their blood tests and sit down to review their supplements, we often find the same culprits. Vitamins they thought were safe, vitamins their friends were taking, vitamins they'd seen advertised as essential after 60. So today, I want to take a bold step. I want to warn you and protect you. We're going to uncover the three vitamins that are silently destroying your leg strength after 60, and I'll also show you which natural sources or alternatives can actually support your leg muscles, joints, and balance, starting today. Before we begin, let me be very clear. This is not about fear. This is about empowerment. Because when you understand the science and make just a few small changes, you can feel the difference in your legs in just a few weeks. And more importantly, you'll feel safer, more confident, and more in control of your health. Now, before we dive in, if this is your first time here at HealthSync, welcome to our family. We are building a community of seniors who believe in taking charge of their health naturally. Our goal is not just to inform you, but to support you. So if you care about healthy aging, if you want to stay strong, mobile, and pain-free as you grow older, then please hit the like button to help this video reach more seniors. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, because we release science-backed, compassionate videos like this every few days. Also, tell us in the comments, what's one vitamin or supplement you currently take every day? Let's open up the conversation. Together, we're not just learning. We're building a strong, safe, and supportive space for every senior who wants to thrive. All right, let's begin with the first vitamin that could be quietly sabotaging your legs after 60. Vitamin A, the hidden saboteur of muscle and nerve balance. Wait, vitamin A? Isn't that the one good for vision? Yes. In the right amount, it plays a key role in eyesight, immune function, and even cell repair. But here's the dangerous truth. Too much vitamin A, especially in supplement form, can interfere with your bones, your nerves, and even your ability to walk safely. Let me explain. Vitamin A is fat-soluble. That means your body stores it in the liver and fat tissues instead of flushing it out like vitamin C. So when seniors take daily multivitamins that already contain high doses of vitamin A, and then eat vitamin A-rich foods like liver, fortified milk, or cereals, they may accidentally build up toxic levels over time. And what does that do? It leads to bone demineralization, making bones more brittle. It affects your neuromuscular junctions, the very pathways your brain uses to send signals to your legs. It can even cause ataxia, a condition where balance and coordination are impaired. That's why I've seen patients who are walking slower, tripping more often, and complaining of wooden legs that just don't respond the way they used to. When we look at their blood work, they have chronic hypervitaminosis A, an overdose of vitamin A. And here's the real kicker. They didn't do anything wrong. They were following a normal supplement routine, but no one told them they were taking too much. Now you may ask, what's the safe amount? According to the National Institutes of Health, seniors shouldn't exceed 3,000 IU of preformed vitamin A per day. But many supplements contain 10,000 IU or more, especially the vision support blends or skin health mixes. So what's the solution? First, always check your labels. Look for retinol palmitate or retinol. These are preformed vitamin A. If you already eat a healthy diet with colorful vegetables, you likely don't need extra. Instead, focus on getting beta-carotene, a plant-based precursor to vitamin A, found in carrots, sweet potatoes, spinach, and mangoes. Your body only converts what it needs, so there's no risk of toxicity. And guess what? Beta-carotene also supports eye health without weakening your legs. Let's move on to the second dangerous vitamin. And this one might surprise you even more, because it's found in almost every joint support supplement out there. And yet, it may be doing more harm than good. But I'll explain that in just a moment. So stay tuned, and if you're ready for the full guide to protecting your legs and how that overdose can silently chip away at your leg strength, weakening your bones, damaging your nerves, and affecting your balance. But vitamin A is not the only one. There's another popular vitamin that's being marketed as an antioxidant powerhouse. Yet for seniors over 60, especially those struggling with leg fatigue or pain, it may be doing more harm than good. I'm talking about vitamin E. Yes, in the same vitamin E that's often added to immune-boosting capsules and heart health formulas. Let me tell you a story. 2 years ago, a 67-year-old woman named Margaret came to my clinic. She was a retired school teacher, active, bright, caring, but she had started to experience something frightening. Her legs felt detached, as if they didn't belong to her. She described it as walking in a dream. Sometimes her knees would buckle. Other times, she'd trip even when there was nothing in front of her. No pain, just this eerie sense of lost control. Her doctor had told her it was just part of aging, but she refused to accept that. When we went over her daily supplement routine, she proudly showed me her bottle of high-potency vitamin E, 800 IU per day, nearly 50 times the minimum requirement. She had read that vitamin E was good for heart health and circulation. And it's true. In small amounts, it can help prevent oxidative damage. But here's what Margaret didn't know. High doses of vitamin E can interfere with vitamin K absorption. Why does that matter? Because vitamin K is essential for blood clotting and calcium regulation. When you don't have enough vitamin K, your calcium doesn't stay in your bones. It starts building up in places it shouldn't, like your arteries, joints, and even nerves. This leads to vascular calcification, neuromuscular confusion, and ultimately muscle weakness, especially in the lower limbs. Now, the symptoms aren't always painful, but they can be deeply disorienting. Margaret wasn't feeling pain. She was feeling disconnection. Her brain was telling her to move, but the legs wouldn't respond properly. After some tests, we confirmed that her vitamin K levels were critically low and that her body was showing early signs of calcification in her femoral arteries, the very vessels that deliver blood to the thigh and leg muscles. We immediately stopped her high-dose vitamin E. We switched her to a food-based multivitamin with a balanced EK ratio. And most importantly, we added in dark leafy greens like kale, spinach, and Swiss chard, rich in natural vitamin K. Within 3 months, Margaret's symptoms improved dramatically. She regained strength, her gait normalized, and most importantly, she felt in control again. This is not an isolated case. A 2005 meta-analysis published in the Annals of Internal Medicine reviewed data from over 135,000 patients and found that high-dose vitamin E, especially over 400 IU per day, was associated with higher all-cause mortality, especially in older adults. Let that sink in. A vitamin we think is safe because it's over-the-counter can quietly increase risks when taken in large amounts. And yet, it's marketed aggressively to seniors because free radicals sound scary, because aging is oxidative, because fear sells. But your body is wiser than we give it credit for. It doesn't need massive doses of one thing. It needs balance. So here's what I recommend for seniors. First, never exceed 200 IU of vitamin E daily from supplements, unless your doctor specifically prescribes it for a condition like fatty liver or immune deficiency. Second, focus on getting vitamin E from food, not pills. Here are some great sources: sunflower seeds, almonds, avocados, spinach, olive oil. These foods don't just deliver vitamin E in a safe, usable form. They also provide fiber, magnesium, and plant-based healthy fats, all of which help improve leg muscle function and nerve signaling. And third, if you're taking blood thinners like warfarin or statins, always ask your doctor before combining them with vitamin E, because it may increase bleeding risk or interfere with absorption. Now let me address a common question I get. What if my multivitamin already has vitamin E? That's fine, as long as the dose is low. Most multivitamins contain 30 to 60 IU, which is within the safe range. It's the extra antioxidant blends, the anti-aging megadoses, and the high-potency standalones that cause issues. So remember, if your legs are feeling weaker than they used to, if your balance seems off but your strength is fine, if walking feels like navigating in fog, check your vitamin E intake. It might be time to scale it back and let your nerves breathe again. Let's pause here for a second. If you're finding this video helpful, and more importantly, if you're feeling seen, please take a moment to like this video. It helps us reach more seniors like you. Seniors who deserve answers, who deserve clarity, compassion, and the truth behind confusing health fads. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe and turn on the bell icon. We're here with you every step of the way. Okay, we've talked about vitamin A, the hidden saboteur of bones and nerves. We've talked about vitamin E, the well-meaning antioxidant that can rob you of leg control. Now let's turn to the third and final vitamin, one that most seniors are told they must take daily, one that's considered a gold standard for energy and metabolism. But if taken in the wrong form or in the wrong balance, it can slowly damage your legs, feet, and even your ability to feel the floor beneath you. It's a condition I see far too often. Xeranium. I'll show you exactly which vitamin to watch out for, how to know if it's harming your nerves, and what to take instead. I'll also share a personal story from a senior who reversed their symptoms in just 8 weeks, using food-based recovery and one surprising mineral. So stay with me. So far, we've uncovered 2 surprising culprits. First, vitamin A. Too much of it can quietly rob your bones of strength and damage your nerves. Then, vitamin E. When overdosed, it interferes with vitamin K, leading to poor circulation and leg weakness. But now we arrive at the final vitamin on this list. And I must warn you, this one is perhaps the most misunderstood of them all. It's not advertised as an anti-aging miracle. It's not known for boosting immunity or heart health. Instead, it's praised for energy, nerve support, and brain clarity. It's present in almost every B complex sold to seniors today. I'm talking about vitamin B6. Yes, vitamin B6, pyridoxine, an essential nutrient your body does need, but only in very small amounts. When used correctly, it helps your body produce neurotransmitters. It supports red blood cell creation, and it helps regulate homocysteine, a compound tied to heart health. But here's the catch. Vitamin B6 is one of the few vitamins that can become toxic when taken in high doses over time. And that toxicity doesn't cause fever, rashes, or stomach pain. It causes something far more insidious: peripheral neuropathy. Let me tell you about George. George is 72. He's a retired postman who prided himself on staying fit. He walked nearly every day, ate well, avoided sugar, but one day he noticed a tingling in his feet, then numbness. Then came the sense of walking on cotton. He couldn't feel the floor properly beneath his toes. His legs weren't weak exactly, But he kept stumbling, and sometimes at night a burning sensation would crawl up his calves. He thought it was diabetes, but his blood sugar was normal. Doctors ran MRIs, nerve conduction tests, and still found nothing conclusive. Until I asked one question, "George, are you taking any supplements?" He smiled proudly and said, "Of course, Doc. My daughter got me this great senior formula. B vitamins, brain booster, all natural." He handed me the bottle. It had 100 milligrams of vitamin B6, over 5,000% of the recommended daily allowance, and he had been taking it for 9 months straight. We ran his blood levels. His B6 was 5 times the upper safe limit. That was the cause of his neuropathy. You see, when too much vitamin B6 builds up in the body, it starts damaging the sheath around your peripheral nerves. This sheath, called myelin, is like insulation around a wire. Without it, nerve signals get delayed, lost, or jumbled. That's what causes the numbness, the pins and needles, the unsteady gait. In George's case, we immediately stopped the supplement, and we began a recovery protocol, a strict B6-free period for 60 days, magnesium-rich foods to calm the nerves, B12 and folate from leafy greens and nutritional yeast, omega-3s for anti-inflammatory support. After about 10 weeks, George started to feel his toes again. The burning reduced. He was able to walk without stumbling. And most importantly, he felt hope again. That's what this video is really about. Not just leg strength, but restoring the feeling of being in control of your body again. Now here's what you need to know about safe B6 usage. The recommended daily amount for seniors is 1.5 milligrams to 2 milligrams. Anything above 50 milligrams per day can lead to toxicity if taken long-term. Symptoms can begin subtly: tingling in the fingers, loss of vibration sense, stumbling. B6 toxicity can be reversible, but it can take months depending on how long it's been elevated. Here's what to do instead. First, stop any high-dose B6 supplements unless prescribed for a specific deficiency. If your multivitamin says 100 milligrams or 2,000% daily value, throw it out. Second, get your B6 from food. Some healthy sources include chickpeas, tuna, bananas, poultry, especially turkey, potatoes, oats. All of these provide safe, natural levels of B6, along with fiber, potassium, and protein. Third, if you're experiencing symptoms of leg numbness, burning feet, or strange walking patterns, ask your doctor to test your B6 levels. It's a simple blood test. Most insurance covers it, and it can save years of unnecessary nerve damage. I want to make something very clear. This video is not against vitamins. I prescribe them often, but only when needed, and always in balance. Because what helps a 30-year-old may hurt a 70-year-old. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive, more reactive, and more vulnerable to cumulative imbalances. The 3 vitamins we've discussed today, vitamin A, vitamin E, and vitamin B6, are all essential in tiny amounts, but when taken excessively or in the wrong context, they can slowly dismantle your leg strength. So let's recap what you've learned. Vitamin A, in excess, it weakens your bones and disrupts muscle coordination. Watch out for fish liver oils and overfortified multivitamins. Vitamin E, too much can interfere with vitamin K and lead to calcified blood vessels. Stick to food sources like sunflower seeds and olive oil. Vitamin B6, overdosing leads to peripheral neuropathy and numb legs. Avoid high-potency supplements. Instead of megadosing, focus on food, balance, and regular checkups. If you've made it to this point, I want to say thank you. Not just for watching, but for caring. Caring about your health, caring about your future, and taking the time to learn what most seniors never get told. So before we go, I want to ask just one thing. If this video helped you, please hit the like button and leave a comment below telling me your age and which vitamins surprised you the most today. I read every single comment, and it helps me know what to cover in our next videos. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. This channel is here to support seniors with compassion, clarity, and facts that matter. Your legs are your freedom, your movement, your independence. Let's protect them together. Until next time, take care, stay curious,